Hi guys, today I just wanted to do a quick discussion on the transits that show the overturn of Roe versus Wade. It's kind of something I've thought was going to happen for a little while now, and everybody told me I was crazy and it's not going to happen and to stop worrying about it, but unfortunately it happened today, so I just want to go right into it. I don't want to have a big discussion on politics or anything, but so today the moon is conjunct Uranus in Taurus. It's also conjunct the North Node. Now, Taurus, some people will argue that Aries rules the body, but I have seen time and time again in, injury charts, death charts, events like that, Taurus tends to be very prevalent. If you think about it, if you're building a human from scratch, the first thing you need to give them is an identity, a soul, who they are, and that's Aries. That Aries is kind of the very basic of who are you, and that's why Aries rules the head. Taurus, I feel, rules the physical body, because the next thing you're going to need after, when you're building your little human, they're going to have their identity. Then they need somewhere for that soul to exist, and that's the body. And I believe that Taurus rules the body because Taurus is all about, the things that sustain you, food, security, rules your shelter. Now then there's going to be the debate that Cancer rules the house. Well, Cancer rules the home that you create, but Taurus rules that need of a home. Taurus rules money. You need money. It's not like Capricorn where that's making money. Taurus is the money that you have, right? So Taurus is kind of everything you need to survive. You need a body. You need to sustain that body to survive. So, with the moon conjunct Uranus, conjunct the North Node in Taurus, we're seeing a sudden change, right? A lot of people said this. A lot of people thought that this could happen, especially, as people get involved with who's being chosen as a Supreme Court judge and everything. People worry about this constantly. But I do think that there is kind of an impression that for a lot of people, it could happen, but it's never going to happen. Uranus is there. Uranus says anything is possible, and it's going to happen all of a sudden, out of nowhere. That's why Uranus is a lot of the time associated with like earthquakes, natural disasters, things that kind of just happen out of nowhere. You're not going to predict them, It's different than Pluto, which can rule change, but there's transformation throughout that change. Uranus kind of is like, it's happening. It's happening right now. Then we've got it conjunct the North Node. The North Node is like the wild card. The North Node says, it's very chaotic energy a lot of the time. If there's a transit, and the North Node is involved, it is a lot of the time chaos energy. So you've got that Uranus conjunct the North Node. It has those two also have some aspects to Saturn. This was actually a time that last year when I was pulling charts, I was pretty concerned, because I was more concerned about, potentially more unrest And you've got the moon rules the mother, and you've got, you know, all of these planets and luminaries interacting with Saturn, who's in retrograde right now. Saturn represents sometimes restrictions and authorities. And you've got that, it's in a harsh aspect with Saturn, you know, so unfortunately we're also at this tail end of Pluto transiting Capricorn. It's in retrograde right now. Now, I have not wanted to talk about astrology and politics for a long time, because I have seen that what's going on with Pluto right now and the United States Pluto return, and, you know, when we had that massive event that shook the world, you know, COVID, with Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter all conjunct. You know, there has been such a theme of authority, and, you know, historically, before things get better, things get worse. And I think that authority has really tried to, you know, put people kind of under that government thumb. We're seeing it now with the government making those authoritative decisions on your body. So we've got Saturn, authority, and we've got Saturn interacting with the moon, motherhood, in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, women, and we've got it interacting with Uranus, sudden changes, sudden catastrophes, and we've got it interacting with the North Node, which is very much a chaotic energy. The interesting thing is that Venus has recently entered Gemini. So here is where I do think something positive will happen. I think women are going to be inspired to use their voice. Gemini is the gathering and spreading of information, and I don't think that we're going to see much complacency from women after this, you know. Also interestingly, Cancer, we just entered Cancer season, where the sun is 3 degrees Cancer right now. I find it very interesting that such an event is happening regarding motherhood and women, and we just entered Cancer season. So we're going to see the sun is interacting with Neptune. A lot of uncertain feelings right now. We've got, you know, this, I had talked about previously, because we have some energies with Chiron, Mars, and Jupiter going on right now. It's very interesting to have Jupiter and Mars are both in Aries. You know, that's big conflict energy. So I do wonder what the consequence of such an authoritative action is going to be. I wonder what it's going to inspire in people. It's just overall very, very interesting transits. Alright, well, I promised to be brief. That was 10 minutes. Hopefully you learned something or had something to think about in your mind. Let me know. And if you have any further questions, I'd love to answer them. I'm Christine Smith of astroandarts.com. Follow me for my newsletter, and this is Unfortunately, my first video, I did not want it to be on the overturn of Roe versus Wade, but hopefully there will be more video content soon. Thank you.